Welcome back. Prince MisuZulu has ascended to the throne as the heir apparent to his late father, King Goodwill Zwelithini Zulu. It has not been without opposition within the royal family. When it comes to the Zulu monarch, history shows that there has always been rivalry. Well, for more on this, I'm joined here on all angles by Shalo Mbatha, a Royal Zulu Historian and a lecturer at the University of Zululand. Mr. Mbatha, good afternoon. Welcome. Thank you very much. I guess if MisuZulu's nation's 200-year history is taken into account and is anything to go by, it should not have surprised us that this time around there was a degree of contestation, or there is a degree of contestation and squabbling over who succeeds to the throne, who succeeds King Zwelithini Zulu.
No, then the Zulu nation as an empire has been longer than 200 years. King Shaka made the empire 200 years ago. However, the Zulu as a people have been existed for over 800 years. And yes, the contestation is not anything new, because before His current Majesty, the one we just interred recently, there was also somebody who was regent, and his father, there was a problem, his grandfather was a problem, you know. So I guess it's human nature. Everybody would like to take a shot at being king, I guess.
Yeah, but looking at today and looking at back at some of the history that you know so well, was there any question, or should have been there be any question or doubt that Prince MisuZulu would become the next king?
The processes internally that are followed then. Those who were in the know knew he's going to be, you know, the king. However, it's never discussed, or it's never public knowledge until the right time comes around. So the doubt, everybody went to that meeting, as you saw, not knowing who's going to be king, but it's always a process. There's always a plan B, you know, so.
Yeah, but there were those who were the dissenting voices. Some people have described them as rebels. And according to Prince Mangusu Tuptelis, they have now pledged their allegiance and support to King MisuZulu. Can AmaZulu be assured that, he will accede to the throne?
Yes, I mean, as soon as the talks were held behind closed doors, everybody bowed and said, Bayed, we've got a king, we're very excited, there's going to be no contestation, and everybody's very excited. We're looking forward to him getting, you know, his wife, who's going to be our queen, and we're preparing for the coronation. It's buzzing, everybody's very, very excited. And what happened in the past, we've forgotten about that. Remember, whenever there's transition from one, you know, dynasty to the other, there are always, you know, spoilers or pretenders to the throne. But we've forgotten about that. You know, as Zulus, we've come together, and we're all getting our marching orders from His Majesty, and he's been already installed as a Zulu king traditionally. We're just waiting for the official element. Don't forget that the Zulu kingdom is the only monarch in this country that is protected by the Constitution, something that they negotiated for themselves in 1994 during Contestation. So that is why it's official that he's going to get, you know, recognition from government. And yes, we're very, very excited then.
Yeah, now I was just wondering, I don't know, you know the history better than I do, the use of a will to designate a successor. I mean, unprecedented perhaps, I don't know, but is there anything wrong with it?
Oh, no. Oh, no, no, this is the third time. If you can go to the, I guess, King MisuZulu Zwelithini's ancestor, great-grandfather, also wrote a will for the successor, and it came to pass Christina Matatelo was the queen, had the will when other people, when there were spoilers to the throne, when her husband, King Solomon Mapumzana, passed on. They had to go to court. It was the first time that they had to go to court to prove that that will was actually legit. So after that, in court, they said, this is the king. Everybody said, Bayed, and life continued. Yeah. And there have been many, many other regions in between in the Zulu kingdom. So it's not anything new.
Okay.
And I think His Majesty, King Zwelithini, wrote the will, knowing very well that he's been on the throne for such a long time. everybody, I'm sure, was eyeing the position I would too, So, yeah.
Yeah, I understand. And finally, Ms. Mbatha, before I let you go, I mean, hypothetically, we have that court challenge that I understand Madlamini Zulu, uNdlunkulu Sibongile Madlamini Zulu has brought. Would the possible nullification of the late king's other marriages and perhaps the will have an impact on King MisuZulu's grave? Because, I mean, according to what we've read, what I've seen is that she says she's making claim to 50% of the estate.
Oh, then I guess you're on holiday, hey? The case was withdrawn.
Okay.
It was withdrawn. Nobody's talking about it anymore in the royal corridors. As I said, everything is now...
It's all sorted now. It's all sorted.
It's all sorted, and not only sorted, everybody's excited. As we speak, they're in a meeting as we speak right now. His Majesty is putting together his court, it's the King's Council.
Yes.
I'd like to call it his team. And they're young, they're vibrant, they're looking forward to running the Zulu monarchy, both traditionally and in modern ways.
Okay.
So I think we're going to have exciting times ahead. I'm excited.
When do we start calling him King MisuZulu?
We are late then.
Okay, thank you very much.
His name is Uhlanga Lomhlabathi ungangezwe lakhe.
Uhlanga lomhlabathi ungangezwe lakhe bayethu. Thank you very much, Shalo Mbatha, for that, for setting the record straight here. King MisuZulu is in place. They're excited. There's a meeting going on currently, I'm sure, to prepare all the celebrations for the coronation that are coming up.